So this activity here at Tower Bridge is part of our launch activity for our Rugby World Cup partnership with Coca-Cola, and this activity in particular is what we've called the Sports Ball Amnesty. It's the chance for people to come down here in person and exchange any type of sports ball, whether that's a golf ball, a squash ball, or indeed an old football, for one of our million Coca-Cola Rugby World Cup rugby balls. Coca-Cola is an extremely large brand, and as a result of its size has a responsibility to affect consumer behaviour, in particular around physical activity. Our association with all sorts of sporting partners, whether that's the Rugby World Cup in this case, or indeed FIFA World Cup or the Olympics, we know has an impact and a legacy on getting people more active. This partnership in particular is important to us because in providing up to 1 million rugby balls to people, it's impossible to imagine getting a rugby ball and then not being active with it. So the contribution that will make to getting the nation more physically active, I think, is significant. Part of today is about launching this activity from a consumer perspective, ensuring that people understand that they can win a rugby ball in the same way that we offered a football last year as part of our FIFA activity. And up to 1 million rugby balls will be available to consumers on our packs of Coca-Cola across the range. In particular, Coke Zero will be benefiting from the activity that we do with the Rugby World Cup. For the first time since we launched our one brand strategy back in March, we have the opportunity to foreground one of the individual product variants, in this case Coke Zero, to benefit disproportionately from the partnership that we have with World Rugby and the Rugby World Cup. So as with any partnership, our thinking first of all starts with the Coca-Cola brand, understanding what the right partners are for Coca-Cola. And since we've established that one brand strategy, that becomes even more important because Coca-Cola now clearly houses a number of different product variants. So the approach is ensure that Coca-Cola is a good fit and the partner is a good fit with Coca-Cola. And once we've established that, it then becomes a question of understanding which of our individual products would most benefit and would be best suited to being foregrounded in the piece of activity. In this case, it's Coke Zero, because we think there is massive opportunity for Coke Zero to benefit from an association with the Rugby World Cup, and also to benefit from the growth that we can see coming on Coke Zero in the future. So this forms part of the total campaign, this launch event here at Tower Bridge. In addition, our TV campaign broke on Saturday and will run for the whole month of August. What's really important about the TV campaign is that the campaign itself forms part of the overall Coca-Cola intrinsic campaign. So we have taken the framework of a Coke Zero commercial that's been running already and inserted elements of our promotional activity around the Rugby World Cup into that framework. In addition, we'll obviously be activating our in-store promotions with all of our grocery and indeed cold channel customers, as well as activating our networks on digital and in particular in social.